When I walked into that mansion, heels clicking across marble like gunshots, I felt 24 eyes crawl over me. But none of them cut deeper than the one man seated at the head of the table, the homeless man I had just given my lunch to, now dressed in a tailored navy suit, chin lifted, watching me. My fiancé, Daniel, laughed nervously. "That's my father." No one else laughed. 30 minutes earlier, I was standing on a busy street corner clutching the paper bag with my lunch like it was a peace offering. I'd already texted Daniel, "Running late, be there soon, please stall." He didn't reply. Then I saw him, slouched against the fountain, beard tangled, clothes torn. People walked past like he was a stain on the sidewalk. But he looked me in the eye, not through me, at me, and I couldn't walk away. So I handed him my lunch. He smiled and said something strange. Kindness reveals more than wealth ever will. I didn't understand what he meant, not yet. I met Daniel 3 years ago at a fundraiser gala I was bartending. He wore old money like cologne, subtle, expensive, impossible to ignore. But he wasn't arrogant. He asked about my favorite books, told me I had an honest face. Maybe that's why I trusted him. Maybe that's why the betrayal still burns under my skin. At first, I thought the distance was stress. Planning a wedding, coordinating family expectations. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Then came the late nights, the secrecy, the shift in how he looked at me, like I was a task, not a partner. The final crack? I found a receipt in his glove box, a diamond bracelet, not mine. When I asked, he shrugged, said it was a gift for a colleague. I didn't yell, didn't cry. I just nodded and started paying attention. I found out everything in pieces. The woman he was seeing, daughter of a venture capitalist. The wedding, a show to impress his father, who apparently believed in marrying good-hearted women for balance. It wasn't love, it was leverage. I wasn't the choice. I was the test. I didn't confront him, not yet. I did something smarter. I played along, smiled, planned centerpieces, sent thank you cards to people I hated. I let him believe I was still blind. And all the while, I dug. I learned about his father, elusive, reclusive, absurdly wealthy. The kind of man who hides behind foundations and anonymous donations. No one had seen him in public in years. There were whispers, tests, trials. He didn't care about pedigree, he cared about character. So I set the stage. I found the address for today's luncheon, picked my moment carefully, stopped on purpose when I saw the man by the fountain. He looked like he had nothing, but I saw the eyes. Sharp, measuring, just like Daniel's, only colder. So when I entered that dining room and saw him at the head of the table, all I did was blink. Daniel looked smug. "Sorry she's late. She stopped to chat with some hobo." "Silence," his father said, voice like cracked stone. Everyone froze. Then he turned to me. "Sit." The meal was torture. Utensils clinked. Nobody spoke above a murmur, except him. He asked me about my childhood, my job, the day I met Daniel. He already knew the answers. I could see it in the way he asked. I answered anyway, calm, honest, unapologetic. Then he turned to his son. "Tell me," he said, "what was in the paper bag she gave me?" Daniel blanked. "What?" That's what kindness looks like. Thoughtfulness, sincerity, not performance. Silence. Then to me, "Do you know why I sit out there on the street once a month?" I nodded. "To see who notices you." A slow smile crept across his face. "Exactly." Then he pulled something from beneath the table, a folder, thick. He handed it to me. I opened it. Deeds, trust documents, stock portfolios, everything in my name. I looked at him. "I've seen hundreds try to marry into this family. You're the first to pass my test without knowing it existed." Then he turned to Daniel. "You failed." The room was silent. Daniel's mouth hung open. "You can't be serious." "I warned you," his father snapped. "If she ever showed signs of depth, you were to cherish her. Instead, you lied, cheated, tried to use her." He waved toward the door. "You're cut off, immediately." Daniel laughed in disbelief. Then he looked at me. "You knew, didn't you? You planned this." I met his eyes. "No, I calculated it." That was the last time I saw Daniel. The wedding was called off, quietly. The media never got hold of it. His father made sure of that. I kept the assets, not out of greed, out of principle, because I earned them, not with charm or bloodline, but with decency, with awareness, with control. People think revenge is fire and screaming. It's not.